Hey friends, welcome back. Today we will make a simple snake game using only HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, JQuery syntax. It is a replica of the classic mobile snake game. Those who remember the old Nokia bar phones, they were quite popular for these games. I am sure all of us have somewhere somehow played this game, and it's a favorite for most. Trust me, this game can become addictive, so have fun coding and then share your version with all of us. Meanwhile, subscribe my channel and have a look on the design that we will create in today's session. As usual, I will start with the HTML part of the snake game. Use a basic HTML template and change its title to Snake Game. Then create a div container with ID Game Container. It will hold the visible part of our entire game. Inside this container, write an h2 tag with class score. It will display the game score to the user. I'll put a default score 0 value in this h2 tag. It is not necessary for our game to initialize with any value here, although I've placed it just for explanation. Check out the display in the browser. Don't worry, I will put the game link in description. You can view and play it here. Then add a canvas element inside the game container. Give it an ID Game Canvas. Also set the default height and width to 600 pixels. To improve the looks, we have to include some CSS styles. So start by linking a blank CSS style sheet in the head tag of our HTML file. It is quite easy to do. If you don't know the syntax, just follow my code. I'll follow a minimalistic approach for CSS styles in today's session. The objective is to make it work in time. We will beautify the UI in future sessions. So, start by giving flex display to the body with center align item and justified contents. Next, give the body full 100 VH height and no margin. I'm putting 10 pixel margin here that I will remove soon. Lastly, give a light blue or any of your favorite background color to the body. Continue styling with Game Container ID. It will have a relative position and align text to the center of this container. See the changes in display. Next, style the Game Canvas ID. It is the canvas of our game, or say the game board. So, I will give it a 3-pixel solid grayish border on pure white background. You are free to play with colors and style here. Let's check out how it looks in the browser. Then, set 25-pixel border radius to improve the curves. Finally, set a box shadow with 10-pixel outward and 20-pixel blur blue-gray shadow. See how these small change affects the visual display. The game canvas looks slightly elevated with the shadow effect. Now I'll put style for the score class. I want it to float above the canvas. Therefore, give it an absolute position and set 20 pixels top spacing and 50% spacing from left. It looks good, but slightly off from center position. To fix this, simply add a transform property to translate x-axis by -50%. See the result now. I'll set a default 24-pixel font size for the score value with a gray color shade, and maybe give it a default font family like Arial or any sans serif font. Check out the display. I think it's enough style for today's session. We will improve it in follow-up videos if you like. Continue by adding a reference to jQuery in the HTML file. I'm using version 3.6.4. Always keep it updated. Also add reference to our custom JS file below jQuery reference. Maintain the hierarchy, else the code won't work. Start the JavaScript jQuery code by a simple document ready check. You can code without it, the function may work properly. But it is a good practice to make sure your document is ready and fully loaded before function call. At first, store the reference of game canvas in a constant. Then get 2D context from this canvas reference and store in another constant called CTX. Store and initialize scale value to 10 or 15. It will decide the size of snake and its food, so adjust accordingly. Next, store rows and column by reference canvas height and width divided by the scale value. Below, place two variables without initialization, one for the snake and another for its food or say fruit. I know snakes don't eat fruits, my bad, sorry for that. Name it a mouse or a rat or whatever you like. Good naming is not my thing. Let's continue with another variable called game paused and set it false. We will use it to toggle the game state. Write the setup function and follow it with a pair of empty parentheses. It is for the autonomous function call on page load. Assign a new snake and fruit object to their respective variables. We have not written the code yet, so follow along for the explanation. The fruit object is a class call. It will have a pick location function to place the fruit in the empty canvas. To understand it, we have to write the fruit class, so let's code it first. I'll initialize the fruit as a function, although you can optimize it as a separate class. Inside it, define the x and y variables without initial value using this keyword. It will also have two internal functions, one for pick location and another to draw the fruit. Inside the pick location function, initialize x and y with random value using rows and columns as reference. Multiply these with scale to optimize the position. The draw function will assign a reddish color for the fruit using fill style property of the canvas context. Also set fill rect with position and scale value to create the fruit in the screen. Back to setup function, write a set interval call to the window with 100 or 150 millisecond delay. Unfortunately, the video from here on got corrupt during recording. Therefore, I will show and try to explain the completed code next. Follow along. Inside the set interval function call, put an if check to verify the state of game paused boolean. If it's false, then clear the rectangle using CTX reference. Call fruit draw, then snake update and snake draw functions. Don't worry, we will code it soon. Put another if check to verify the result of snake eat. It will verify if snake eats the fruit and update the screen. In the end, call check collision from snake and assign score to the score container. Next, put an event listener to read the keydown event. Use it to change the snake's direction. Also check if spacebar is pressed, then pause the game by toggling the game paused variable. The snake function can also be classified as a proper class. Optimize it if you wish. It will have initial value to x and y positions, x speed or horizontal speed equals to the scale value and 0 vertical speed. Initialize total as 0 and an empty array to the tail variable. The snake will have 5 different and very important function or methods. These are draw, update, change direction, eat, and collision check. The draw function will use CTX to set the fill style, that is the snake body color, and iterate the tail length to draw a rectangle for the body shape. See the code. The update method will do the same by increasing the position of tail by 1 and adjusting its speed and position. See the complex calculation used for these functions. The change direction method will receive an event value on key press and match it using switch case. For up and down key press, check Y speed. If it's 0, then change it to positive or negative scale accordingly. Similarly, for left and right key press, check for 0 value in X speed and set it to positive or negative scale. Put break in each case to exit the loop on individual key press. The eat method will receive fruit to compare its position with the snake head. If the x and y value of snake and fruit match, then increase the total by 1 and return true, else return false. The final method for the snake is for collision detection. Inside it, write a for loop to iterate for tail length. Then check if x and y position of snake matches with the x, y position of the tail block in current iteration value. If yes, then pause the game and alert the user that the game is over. Don't forget to reset the tail array to empty and total value to 0. You can also reset the snake position to 0, but I'll leave that for you to do. Check the result and play the snake game. Our today's session is complete, yet there's a lot of room for improvement with this project. You can change the way to alert the user about game over. Store and show high score for different users. Maybe use some graphics for the canvas background and style the snake with a little more creativity. I'll leave all of that for you to decide. If you want to see those improvements, then write and comment. Also give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. Make sure to check and verify the spellings and case-sensitive keywords in JavaScript code. There are many such instances in this project that can give you headache while debugging, so stay focused, avoid errors while writing the code, and good luck. I hope this session is useful for you all. If you like it, then please hit that notification bell, like this video, share with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to TechnoSpace. You can play the game in your browser. The link is given in description. Good luck. See you all in the next session. If you have anything specific in mind, then put it in comment. Till then, keep coding, and thanks for watching.